Well, hey everyone. Thought I'd do a quick video. Not going to play this radio in this video. I already posted one with the radio playing. And this is a Thomas model 711 from their, I believe it's called Collector Series or American Radio Series. Basically, it's a replica of a Zenith. I believe it's on a smaller scale, but I'm going to try to shatter a few myths, internet myths that I saw about these radios. And there's a lot of them, just ignorant knee-jerk reactions to these things. It's not a great radio, but it's also not bad. It is not bad. It sounds really good. It has respectable sensitivity. I was doing a little bit of DXing with it last night and was really impressed with its ability to pick up long distance or weak signals. And today, all I did was put on a couple of coats of Howard's Restore Finish. The original finish was in decent shape. The top was a little dry, a little faded. So I've used Howard's in the past. It's great stuff. And you know, I used to follow one guy on YouTube who always bellyached that he could never do anything with the finishes on these radios and would end up using just furniture polish to clean it up. Man, you use some of this Howard's Restore Finish. Particularly, what I always try to do is use one, perhaps one shade darker than the original finish, so that it covers up nicks and flaws. And you're in good shape. This stuff is a fantastic product. I picked up the can for under 10 bucks. If you follow my videos, the Atwater Kent that I showed in several of my videos, I did the wooden cabinet using Howard's, and it's great stuff. The other thing I did was open up the back. This was yesterday. I opened up the back. There's a dozen screws and a sheet of like a masonite back. Very easy to open. It's just very time consuming. And that's another thing. You know, I watched a few videos on different Thomas radios, and the people were bellyaching that the things were just hard to open, and there's nothing hard about it. This particular model, a dozen screws. It's just time consuming, but you got to be patient with these radios. You really do. Even these replicas, and if I'm not mistaken, this one is 1989 vintage or so. Of course, it was made in China, and this was kind of a predecessor to perhaps the Spirit of St. Louis and the Crosleys and the Victrolas of the world. But from what I could tell, the circuit, it's not a DSP. It is I guess you'd call it an analog circuit, but you've got circuits that are packaged in ICs. But you do have real components like capacitors, and no, I'm not going to change the capacitors on this thing. One capacitor would probably cost me more than what I paid for the whole radio. And by the way, I got the radio for $2.99. Don't pay anything more for one of these things. Yeah, they're good looking radios, but you shouldn't pay a lot of money for them. Just keep your eyes out at the thrift stores. Don't pay eBay pricing. Don't pay Etsy pricing. But when you see one for a couple of bucks, it's pretty hard to resist. And that's what happened to me yesterday. But going back to opening it up, I did open it up, and clean the volume control and the AM/FM AFC switch with CRC electrical cleaner. Did a great job. There was a lot of noise in the volume control. That noise is now gone. And CRC is a lot cheaper than our good old friend Restoration in a Can Deoxit, which I am not buying anymore. Deoxit has become a fluid for the rich, and I'm not going to pay those prices. So CRC you can pick up at the local auto store. I think I paid 10 bucks for the can. And the way I look at it, Deoxit is bragging rights for the rich. I'm not going to use it anymore. It's a ripoff. It is a complete ripoff. And I think people buy it just so they can say in their YouTube videos that they sprayed the daylights out of the thing with Deoxit. It's a ripoff. Come on. Don't pay those prices. You're a fool if you do. Just one man's opinion for what it's worth. But I put a montage together earlier with really all I did for restoration. Don't put a lot of time and effort into these things with this radio. Yeah, I should have paid more than what I paid for it, but I didn't. I paid about what it's worth, $2.99. It sounds great. It has a nice, rich, warm sound. It's not too bassy, but it's great for vocals, and it sounds really, really good. By the way, there is a cassette deck built into it. I tested the cassette deck. It works. That's about all the use the cassette deck is going to get. It's one of those ones without fast forward or rewind. It just plays in a continuous loop. But I didn't get this thing for the cassette deck. I got it for the radio, and I do plan on using this thing quite a bit. It just sounds really nice, and not going to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars for the original Zenith. I like that it's solid state, and I like that it sounds good, and I like the price. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Enough of me ranting and raving about this thing. Like I said, I posted another video with the radio playing. You can check that out. Hope you enjoyed it, and take care for now.